Hi everyone. Surprise, surprise, I am back yet again for another Kevin Smith based video. Not review, but video, as this is my top 5 favourite Kevin Smith films. I've always wanted to do this video, never had the time to, never really for some reason got to do it. Never really had the time for it. You know, I've done videos like my Tusk review and my how weird is Tusk and my Yoga Hoses review last night. Just for some reason I never got to do this. So yeah, let's just get right into this one. Before I start off though, I just want to say that I judge these films by how much of a good time I have. I don't judge these films like I judge, let's say, Birdman or Spotlight, because Kevin Smith is very different to Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu, because those movies are like actual films. Like those movies are like film, like real film. That like those movies like win Oscars and stuff. These movies, you know, they're weird, they're quirky, they're different, and that's why you have a good time with them. So that's why that's really my style of film, you know, weird and quirky. That's why Kevin Smith is my man. So let's just get right into this one. Number 5 is going to tick some people off. Trust me. Lots of my lists do get people really angry, but this one is going to just get them in rage. Yoga Hoses is my 5th favourite Kevin Smith film. I know it's very upsetting for you all who are watching this video, because I can just hear your screams saying, Jesse, what the hell are you doing? But I enjoyed this film for what it was. Lots of things felt shoehorned in. I think that Kevin Smith just said, yeah, you can be in it, I want to go home. But for the most part, I had a stupid fun time with this movie. A stupid fun time. It just like lots of Kevin Smith's films, didn't play out as I expected it to play out. I enjoyed so many of the characters, just like I do with every Kevin Smith film. Especially Justin Long. Justin Long was great in the movie. But yeah, he's kind of like a rehash to his older films. Has that kind of vibe, you know, like Dogma and Clerks. But it also has a lot of good references to movies like Tusk, as it is in the same universe. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're into that. You know, it's very different to any of his other films. Like it's very different to Tusk, let's just say. But yeah, so it's just a good film. Check it out. Number 4 is a very fantastic little movie. It's Kevin Smith's first movie, Clerks. This movie really did get me introduced to independent film. I didn't know really what independent film was before I watched Clerks. But it was a good introduction to independent film for me. It's a good introduction to Kevin Smith, like his career and stuff. Lots of enjoyable characters. You have Randall, you have Jay and Silent Bob. Silent Bob is played by Kevin Smith himself. This really did prove that every time like you watch like a bad Kevin Smith movie, there hasn't really been one, but like when you watch a bad Kevin Smith movie, you go, oh, why is he so bad? You just think about Clerks, and then you're just like, okay, I'm relieved now. He does have some potential, because you know, in a weird way, Clerks, that Kevin Smith we know, you know, that Clerks Kevin Smith, he still has that inside of him in a way, you know. I can sometimes see it with movies like Tusk and Yoga Hoses. He still has that inside of him. And even though I'm happy with what he's doing right now, you know, with Tusk and stuff, I reckon that he should do something like Clerks sometime. Because he is doing Clerks 3. Hopefully, maybe that might even be black and white. But that's not the point. This movie's just smart in a way. And it's not real film. It's not quite there yet. But it's not like, you know, an Oscar-worthy movie. It's still great. Still a fantastic little film. It's funny. And yeah. So it's smart. It's just a clever movie overall. Number 3 is the Kevin Smith movie that I have had the most fun with. It's not the best, obviously, because it's on my number 3. But for the most part, it is the one I've had the most fun with. And that's Dogma. Dogma is clever. It's clever. It has a lot of big stars in it. You have Jay and Silent Bob back. You have Chris Rock. You have Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, who play a very, very, very enjoyable duo. So yeah, I had the most fun with the characters in this movie than I've had with any other Kevin Smith movie, even though I had a lot of fun with those characters as well. This one just captured me in a way I haven't been captured in a Kevin Smith movie before. And the ending was great. Just everything works in this movie. I just love Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in this movie. I just love them so much. They're just so enjoyable to watch. And they're just a good duo overall. Everyone's great in this movie. So yeah, definitely check it out if you want some fun. You know. Number 2. This may tick some people off as I had number 1 at number 4. It's Clerks 2. Clerks 2 is a bit more immature than Clerks 1. You know, it may not be as clever, but definitely more rude. But for the most part, I reckon Jay and Silent Bob are better in this film than they are in number 1. Sorry about that. Can't speak English. I think lots of the characters developed really nicely in a way from Clerks 1. Even though everything was great in Clerks 1, I just still think that lots of the characters that I didn't like too much in Clerks 1 did really, you know, develop in a way. Just to see them again after I watched Clerks 1 and then I watched Clerks 2, just a big change between the two. And somehow I got myself liking Clerks 2 even more, as it is my kind of style. You know, even though Clerks 1 is fantastic, I still think that Clerks 2 is more my style of movie. Still had Clerks 1 is still like enjoyable and it's still funny and stuff. But for the most part, Clerks 2, put your feet up, have a good time, have some fun with some, you know, things you shouldn't be laughing at. And yeah, as I said, a bit more immature than the first one. But that's the whole point, isn't it? And number one. You all know what it's going to be. It's going to be Tusk. Tusk is a great film. I just love it. I'm just going to say it straight away. I love Tusk. Tusk, I can't stop talking about it. It has a few pacing errors, yeah. Lots of things don't fit, including Guy Lapointe. And there's one big sequence with him, with Michael Parks, which didn't really fit into the film. But everything is so interesting in this film. Everything looks great. The camera's always doing something cool. You have watching Justin Long in that walrus suit is just awesome. It's very different to anything he's done. It's more close to Red State than anything else. But for the most part, you just know it's a Kevin Smith film. The dialogue's great. Everything's great in Tusk. It doesn't play out the way you think it's going to play out. Like when I walked into the movie, I thought I knew how it was going to play out, you know. But it turned out even better than I thought it was going to be. Like seriously, like the flashback sequences were great. There's no bad actor in this film. Justin Long's fantastic. His character's a bit of an ass, but he's just great at playing an ass in a way. You have a couple cameos that are good. You know, you got the Harley Morenstein, whatever, from Epic Meal Time. And yeah, so it's just a very enjoyable film with some really great dialogue, and just sit back, relax, and watch some Tusk. Watch some people getting turned into walruses. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. That was my top 5 favourite Kevin Smith movies. Lots of you probably didn't agree with the list, especially, you know, Yoga Hoses, Tusk and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it's my opinion. What can I say? And I had the most fun with these films. So what's your favourite Kevin Smith movies? Comment below, which you probably won't, but hope you still enjoyed this video. Yeah, but thanks for watching, and bye.